What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Ralph the Trader here, back again with another video. Today's video is going to be a recap of two trades that I took last week with the British Pound USD. That's like my favorite pair to trade, right? So that's the pair that I usually am trading, all right? Pound USD, right? So the first trade that I took last week was on that Monday, and this was actually a 100 pip trade. All right, this was a 100 pip trade that I've taken. Could have held on for much more, but it is what it is. 100 pips is awesome. All right, so let's get into it. Before we do that though, if you are new to this channel, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, all right, and please hit the bell notification. If you want to leave a comment, also leave a comment. I can get back to you. All right. So with that being said, now let's get into this recap. All right. So what I noticed was that from on Friday I was sitting at this 25, and if you are new, the way that I trade off of whole even numbers. All right. I trade off of whole even numbers, and typically I like to take my trades around the 50s and the double zeros. All right. So depending on the setup, depending on the setup. So coming into Monday, as you guys can see, starting off from Friday, as you can see, we was rejecting this 25, right? We was rejecting the 25, no movement here, but rejecting the 25. And as you can see, price did come up, and we ended the day closed above the 50. Okay. So coming into Monday, price continued to push up to the upside. We hit the double zero, all right? Came up, hit double zero, started accumulating. Gave a nice little pullback, shot back up. Still, we're accumulating inside of this 25 pip zone, all right? This is a 25 pip zone, so we're basically just accumulating inside of this zone, all right? So I'm just waiting, all right? Just waiting on my setup, okay? So then next thing you know, here's what we got, all right? Going into the London Open. All right, got this nice big engulfing candle. Nice big engulfing candle right here. Closed with no wick at the top. All right. This is letting you know there's momentum in the market. All right. So all I did, instead of me getting in up here, because I like to get filled at the best price possible. All right. I like to get filled at the numbers. All right. So I didn't like, if you wanted to, you could have taken a position. You could have, right after the candle closed, you could have taken a position, but I wanted to make sure, and just to be on the safe side. All right, so I did get this engulfing, came back, got the pullback. All right, and I entered right at the numbers. All right, and I took it on up. Took it on up for 100 pips. All right, and like I said, I kind of figured we was gonna come up here to this weekly. All right, and we was a couple pips shy of hitting that weekly. All right, so all of the simple trade, guys, simple trade. We came up, we got the pullback, we got the engulfing, we got an entry. We pulled up, we pulled back, we got our confirmation, we got an entry. That was it. All right. Next trade I took was on, where's that trade at? Yeah, it was on Thursday. All right. So I missed my London setup trade. All right. I missed the London setup trade. All right. So going into that move, as you can see, this was news. And sometimes, I try to trade like wait till after news. So as you can see, price came down, gave us a tweezer bottom down, tweezer bottom. All right. So we rejected the double zeros heavily. Strong rejection off the double zeros with the tweezer bottom. Came up here and made an extended W. All right. I kind of actually saw this trade late, because like I told you guys, I like to get filled at the numbers. So we pulled up, we pulled back, made our W, and the entry should have been, at the numbers, or at least at the neckline of the W. But I actually got in after it broke, the high, this candle, and took it up for 32. I was gonna hold out for a 50 pip move, but it was later on during the day, around that time, the market slows down. But as you guys can see, it ended up going 50 pips. All right, it ended up going 50 pips. And so You know, those are the 2 trades that I took last week. Now I'm gonna show you guys a couple of trades that I missed out on. All right, so one that I missed out on was on Tuesday. As you can see, once we made this strong push to the upside on Monday, came back. So once we came up here and rejected the weekly, we didn't quite hit weekly on Monday. We was a couple pips shy of the weekly. All right, so all we did here was this was a pullback. Came back. This was the retracement of this move right here. Okay, so we pulled back. We did not break the 25. Did not break below the 25. Like I told you, I like to take my trades at the double zeros of the 50. All right, so as you can see, we got this nice pullback. This was probably about a 62% fib retracement engulfing. All right, so there you go. You got your engulfing here. Came up to the 50, got a small little pullback. All right, price pushed back up, but we failed to close above the numbers. All right, so but this would have, my entry would have been on the numbers. All right, if you want, you could have took an entry here. You know what I mean? Stop loss would have been here at the low. That's still good. Either or, you know what I mean? But I would have waited until I probably got up to the numbers. All right, and I would have took the trade here, and I'm going for 50. All right, as you can see, we finally came up and we hit that weekly. So that total move was about an 86 pip move, and then we went into all this wicking out. This had to be like some news or something. But as you can see, we had a lot of strong rejections up here at that weekly. All right. Another trade I missed out on was on that Wednesday. All right. We came up, we hit the weekly. We locked in a high, new high so far. Locked in a high. As you can see, we're failing to break above that weekly. Price came down, gave you a nice little retracement right here. Look, you could have taken an entry, you know what I mean? You understand candlesticks because we're rejecting that weekly right here. Okay. So you got this nice, you got this bearish engulfing candle close here. All right. You waited on the little pullback, took your little, you know, quick little scalp here. And once price closed below the zone here, all right, you got a nice little pullback. All right. Got your nice little pullback there. Hey, this is another entry. You could have got in at the numbers here. All right. You could have got in here because you're getting this rejection. All right. All that rejection up there, taking an entry here. But this was the move that I missed out on. I'm aiming for 50. All right. So I'm waiting on the best trade setup. My best trade setup. All right. So as you can see right here, I got a 1, 2, 3 pullback back to the upside, basically stopping out traders who did take these shorts if they were still in the trade. We got a nice, not really too much of a nice, but we did get a close below. So basically I would have waited, you know, I would have waited probably till I broke the low of this candle or even drop down to the 15 or maybe see if I can get a better entry like somewhere around the numbers. But either way, this was a 50 pip move. If you took it from the numbers, you took it here, or if I took it from the low of that candle and took it on down, either or, it was still a 50 pip move. All right. So that was it, man. That was it, you guys. But other than that, you know what I mean, it was a good week. Caught 132 pips for the week. You know what I mean? That was good. Still working on some things, still working on trying to get better each and every day, still working on my entries. But yeah, each and every day, man, I'm just studying, getting better. All right. So if you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed this little recap, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I will greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for all the subscribers. Thank you for everybody that, you know what I mean, that like the content that I drop out, because all it is, you know, the more that I learn, the more that I like to give back. You know what I mean? I give you guys everything that I know for the freebie. You know what I mean? There's a lot of money in this market to be made. And, you know, I just like to just give back, right? So with that being said, be the reason somebody smiles today. Be the reason somebody smiles today. All right? Peace and love, family. Have a good one.